Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. Remember the time change for the daily closing market report on WHOW at our new time, 5:06 p.m. weekdays.
News time is 8 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Friday. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded local newscast. We stream to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agents in Clinton. A successful entrepreneurship program is coming to DeWitt County. The DeWitt County Development Council is hoping to start a business bootcamp program next year, and Executive Director Kurt Homan explains this is a program that has had a lot of success in other communities, and he hopes to see it have the same impact in DeWitt County.
It's interesting. I always remind businesses that if you haven't done your next year planning, to make sure that you're doing it right now. Mm-hmm. So, and we do the same thing, of course, at DCDC with upcoming projects and things that we know we need to get done.
Right.
So we are working on kind of a business smart plan or a business boot camp type program, and that's for new, existing, a person that is entrepreneurial that doesn't have a business yet, but there will be some beneficial information to someone that does have a business and just wants to refine some skills. So there'll be different topics that are brought up, and we'll kind of compact that into a short period of time to give people all the benefit of the doubt in terms of getting their business on pace if they need it. It would be marketing support, it could be accounting types of things to look at. How to use your balance sheet, how to use your financial statements to better plan your business, as an example. Some of the marketing tools that are out there. A lot's changed in the world of marketing in the last few years, and someone that is using marketing methods from 30 years ago only is missing the boat.
Homan notes this program will be a great resource for local business owners to tap into, while other communities offer a grant opportunity or some sort of incentive on the other side of the course. That will not happen initially in DeWitt County.
Definitely a few surrounding communities that do similar type programs, and of course we don't anticipate reinventing the wheel by any means.
Right.
But we also we want to make sure that businesses are aware of local programs that are available to them. Either through city, county, through DCDC, whatever those resources can be, so that they if they run into struggles or if they just need some assistance, they know where to turn. Most small business owners, particularly, are very good at what they do. Whatever that is, whether it's selling a product or a service, they're very good at that aspect of it. But to stay open, you have to be a well-rounded business person, and that you need to know about taxes, you need to know about accounting, you need to know about marketing, you need to know about how to file IRS forms. There's so much else that goes on with that people are going to pick up a lot of additional information, and just the creativity and maybe just the camaraderie that talking with a different business owner that's in that program as well would be maybe just as beneficial as anything that's brought up.
Homan anticipates the program launching around mid-year. Keep up with the latest information on the DCDC Facebook page. More than 71 million Americans will see a 3.2% increase on their Social Security benefits and SSI payments in 2024. The increase will be effective with payments that will be received in January. The purpose of the cost of living adjustment, or COLA, is to ensure that the purchasing power of Social Security and SSI benefits is not eroded by inflation. Federal benefit rates increase when the cost of living rises. On the WHOW Morning Show Thursday, Jack Myers with Social Security told Regional Radio the measurement of cost of living comes from the Department of Labor's Consumer Price Index for urban and clerical wage earners, or CPIW.
Yeah, so right now we're in the process of sending letters out. So if you're receiving benefits, you should, if you haven't already gotten it, you should be getting a letter soon telling you about your increase. Or you can, in some cases, you can see that letter through your My Social Security account at ssa.gov. But basically, Seth, we're going to see this 3.2% increase for more than 71 million Americans with their Social Security and SSI payments in 2024. So, obviously a lot of people, that's just due to the number. I mean, everybody gets it. So it's not like it's a selective thing. Everybody that's on benefits gets this cost of living adjustment, and it's going to be effective with the Social Security payment that's received in January, and then it's actually going to be the SSI payment that's received December 29th, because that would normally be that January SSI payment, but because January 1st is a Monday, so that's a holiday and it's a Monday, the days before that are obviously a weekend, so it's going to come out on the Friday before that weekend there. So that's going to be December 29th. Don't be confused by that. I've seen some things out there about, strange articles about 2 SSI payments in December. It's just because December 29th, that's the January payment. So the next one after that would be the February 1st payment. So nothing too tricky there. It's just a few days early because of the holiday, New Year's holiday falling on a Monday. But that's going to be when you're going to see those raises or those increases. And the purpose of this cost of living adjustment every year is to try and ensure that the purchasing power of Social Security and SSI benefits are not eroded by inflation. So as you might guess, they're directly tied. The amount of the cost of living adjustment is directly tied to inflation, and specifically the measurement of inflation that comes from the Department of Labor's Consumer Price Index for urban and clerical wage earners. So that CPIW is the number that's tied to the Social Security cost of living adjustment.
According to Myers, when the Social Security COLA is announced, people often wonder about the Medicare Part B premium since it is deducted from the Social Security payments.
Yeah, so that's a great question, and it's something that is not really directly connected. They're 2 separate things. Medicare Part B premiums are a component of the anticipated costs of the Medicare program for the new year. So they're not tied directly to the CPIW, but a lot of times the announcements come around the same time of year. And because if you're on Social Security, your Medicare Part B premium comes out of your monthly Social Security payment, and the change occurs at the same time, they're understandably linked in people's minds because you see the changes up to the 2 at the same time. So it is a good time to mention that Medicare has announced what the standard Part B premium will be in 2024, and that's going to be $174.70. So that's up some from 2023.
To learn more about the 2023 cost of living adjustment, just visit ssa.gov/COLA. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com. A look at local sports comes your way next. Last night, Clinton Lady Maroons in action. Also recaps from Monticello girls and Maroa-Forsyth boys. Those stories and sports next.
The days are getting shorter, and as we prepare to spend more time inside, that means respiratory infections like cough, cold, fever, and the flu. Warner Hospital CEO Paul Scarron here to remind you our walk-in clinic is here to treat those respiratory infections quickly and close to home. And the best part is no appointment is needed. The Warner Hospital walk-in clinic just inside our family medicine building in Clinton can treat you for those symptoms without an appointment. Get to the Warner Hospital walk-in clinic and get feeling better fast.
All of us here at Love It Once More Thrift Store in Clinton want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. Come see us this month and find your holiday decor on sale for half price. This is Connie reminding you to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or DeWittDailyNews.com.
This is Ryan Utterback with Utterback Real Estate. Selling your house on your own can be overwhelming.
Pricing, phone calls, showings, negotiating offers, liability. Did I mention the paperwork? And baking all those cookies for open houses?
And that's why you're the other Ryan.
For stress-free selling, click the Utterback Real Estate icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Hey, this is Todd Gleason from Illinois Extension here with a time change for our daily market report on WHOW. You can now catch our daily review of the commodity markets at 5:06 on all of WHOW's many platforms. You'll still hear all of our commodity analysts and weather professionals each afternoon, but at a brand new time. And you'll still hear the weekly wrap-up of the commodity markets right here on WHOW when Commodity Week airs Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. Remember the time change for the daily closing market report on WHOW at our new time, 5:06 p.m. weekdays.
Thank you for listening to this Miller Media Group radio station. We appreciate you making the choice to tune in to us. We want to remind you of some things to keep the attorneys happy. Our stations allow one winner per household in a 30-day period. Cash prizes are mailed to our winners within 30 days of winning. And, as you've probably already guessed, portions of today's programming on this Miller Media Group radio station were pre-recorded and are mechanically or digitally reproduced. There. Now we've made the attorneys happy. Thanks again for listening to this Miller Media Group station.
With SRN Sports, I'm Michael Harrington. Let's start with NFL Thursday Night Football. The Patriots damaged the Steelers' playoff hopes.
Bailey Zappi passed for 240 yards and 3 first-half touchdowns as the Patriots top Pittsburgh 21-18. The offense from Zappi welcome for New England after scoring just 19 points the last 3 weeks.
Just doing what I'm coached to do. Going through my reads, first reads open, take it. We have great playmakers. One-on-one with our guys, we take our guys any day.
Former Steeler Juju Smith-Schuster had 90 receiving yards. Ezekiel Elliott, 140 yards of offense for the 3-10 Patriots. Starting for injured Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky passed for 190 yards, a touchdown and a pick for the 7-6 Steelers. Josh Roundtree, Pittsburgh.
In the NBA last night, the Lakers hammered the Pelicans 133-89 to reach the championship game of the NBA in-season tournament. They'll play the surprising Pacers for the inaugural NBA Cup. Pacers over Milwaukee. This is SRN Sports. Golf news, big surprise. John Rahm is now part of the Saudi-funded LIV Golf organization. The shocking news confirmed yesterday when Rahm donned a black LIV golf jacket during an appearance on Fox News. He leaves right as the PGA Tour and the Saudi backers of LIV are racing to finalize an agreement to become commercial partners. Those talks are now in jeopardy. One of golf's best players and the current Masters champion going to the rival league. College football, LSU quarterback Jaden Daniels is the AP College Football Player of the Year. He received 35 of the 51 first-place votes on 130 total points. In the National Hockey League yesterday, it was the Devils over the Kraken 2-1. Canucks 2, Minnesota 0. The Flames defeated Carolina 3-2. It was the Flyers 4 and Arizona 1. Winnipeg beat Colorado 4-2, while the Blackhawks got the better of the Ducks 1-0. Stars 5, Capitals 4 in a shootout. This is SRN Sports.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. In a game heard here on WHOW Thursday night, the Clinton Lady Maroons down the Shelbyville Lady Rams 64-44 in their Central Illinois Conference opener from Clinton High School. The Lady Maroons jumped in front early and never trailed. They led 18-10 at the end of the first quarter, thanks in part to 3 early three-pointers. Clinton would go on to hit 12 threes for the night, one shy of the school record of 13. Carly Anderson connected on 5 from long range on the way to 19 points and earning the WHOW Serve Pro of Piatt DeWitt County Player of the Game. The Lady Maroons also saw Heidi Humble and Reagan Filkin score 13 points apiece, and Lila Kluver added 8 off the bench. Clinton improves to 4-5 on the year and moves to 1-0 in the Central Illinois Conference. They will travel to Meridian Monday night. We'll next feature the Lady Maroons on WHOW next Thursday when they host Roanoke Benson. Shelbyville drops to 2-8 on the season and is 0-2 in conference play. Also join us tonight for tonight's Maroons Game of the Week as the 7-0 Maroons play host to Eureka. Varsity tip-off should be around 7:30 on all WHOW platforms. In a game heard on WEZC and online at DeWittDailyNews.com, Mount Zion's size and athleticism was too much for a young Monticello squad as the Braves rolled to a 59-26 victory in non-conference girls basketball action from the Seaver Center in Monticello Thursday. 6'3" junior Jocelyn Turner led all scorers with 18 points, and 6' senior Denver Anderson added 14. The Lady Sages were able to keep the score close in the first quarter, trailing 16-8 going to the second period. but the Lady Braves blew the game open with a 13-1 second quarter and led 29-9 at the intermission. The Braves would lead by 30 at one point in the third and engage the 30-point running clock, going back up by 31 at one point early in the fourth quarter. Monticello sophomore Maya High battled through early foul trouble, went to the bench with about 5 minutes left without any points. She returned in the second half and scored all of her team high 12 points in the second half. High was the serve pro of Piatt-DeWitt County's player of the game. Mount Zion goes to 9-3 overall, while Monticello falls to 3-5. The next Monticello girls basketball broadcast on WEZC and at DeWittDailyNews.com will come from the Holiday Hoopla Tournament after the Christmas holiday. Sebastian Hill scored 38 points, and Meridian got by Maroa-Forsyth 66-55 in the semifinals of the Macon County Tournament from Argenta Orienta High School Thursday. The Trojans held a 28-20 advantage going to the half, but two big final frames, led by Hill, allowed the Hawks to rally back. Leighton Miller was the only other Meridian player to reach double figures with 10 points. Mitch Williams paced a balanced Trojans attack with 20 points. Caden Maurer added 11. Zane Giles had 9, and Kobe Lane scored 8. The Trojans will play for third place tonight from the Macon County Tournament. The Detroit Lions aren't too worried about the Chicago Bears looking for payback. Something else concerns them. The 9-3 Lions look to beat the 4-8 Bears for the second time in 4 weeks when they visit Soldier Field on Sunday. Detroit comes in having won 4 of 5, including a wild comeback against Chicago at Ford Field on November the 19th. The NFC North leaders scored 17 points in the final 2 minutes and 59 seconds to rally from 12 down to a 31-26 victory. The Lions followed that with a loss to Green Bay before winning 33-28 at New Orleans last week behind a huge effort from tight end Sam Laporta. The rookie from Iowa set career highs with 9 receptions and 140 yards, including an early touchdown and a key first down grab late in the game. The Bears, meanwhile, bounced back from their loss at Detroit by winning the following week at Minnesota. They squeezed past the Vikings 12-10 when Caro Santos nailed his 4th field goal in the closing seconds, and Chicago stopped a 12-game losing streak within the NFC North. Now, after a bye, they have a chance to post back-to-back wins for the first time since beating Seattle and the New York Giants in weeks 16 and 17 of the 2021 season. They would love nothing more than to do it at Detroit's expense. The Bears have 7 interceptions and 8 takeaways in the past 2 games, but they've had some trouble returning the turnovers into points in their loss at Detroit. They had a touchdown and field goal following turnovers. The following week at Minnesota, they had just 1 field goal to show for their 4 takeaways. Running back David Montgomery returns to Soldier Field for the first time since signing with the Lions in the offseason. He delivered a solid performance 3 weeks ago, rushing for 76 yards on 12 attempts to go ahead with a go-ahead touchdown in the closing minute. Montgomery played his first 4 seasons in Chicago. If the final 5 games are an addition for quarterback Justin Fields, it starts this week at Detroit. Fields comes in with 1,587 passing yards and 12 touchdowns to 6 interceptions and a 92.3 passer rating that ranks 14th in the NFL. He has also ran for 400 yards and a score. The Bears have to decide if they'll pick up a 5th-year option on 2025 for Fields' rookie contract. They could be in a position to draft a quarterback with its first 2 picks, which they got from Carolina when they acquired wide receiver DJ Moore last spring. Peter Mrazek made 37 saves in his 25th career shutout, and the Chicago Blackhawks stopped a 4-game slide with a 1-0 victory over the Anaheim Ducks on Thursday night. Philip Kurashev scored for last-place Chicago, which had dropped 10 of 12 overall. It was the Blackhawks' first win this season when they scored fewer than 4 goals. Connor Bedard picked up an assist, while Leo Carlsson was mostly quiet in a matchup of the top 2 picks in this year's NHL draft. Bedard went number 1 overall to Chicago, followed by Carlsson going to Anaheim. Lucas Dostal made 24 stops for the Ducks, who lost for the 10th time in 11 games. Chicago went in front in the second on its 3rd power play goal in 5 games and 9th this season. The team ranks 29th in the NHL at 10.7% with the man advantage, with Anaheim defenseman Tristan Luneau serving a double minor for high sticking. Bedard skated into the left circle before serving the puck to Kurashev for a slap shot that he blew by to Stahl for his 5th goal at 9:21. The Blackhawks host the Blues on Saturday. Get the latest in sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Hallie Mize, cashier here at Save-A-Lot in Clinton. During this Christmas season, we take time to send warmest wishes to you and the special people you count among family and friends.
I'm Juju Mize, cashier at Save-A-Lot in Clinton. We hope that the holidays and the new year will bring you joyful hours, pleasant memories, thoughts of friends, and much happiness.